Welcome to Save Your Life with Joe, a channel dedicated to protecting and extending your life using science, logic, and technology. Today we are going to take a look at the case of Howard, 49, a successful real estate developer in Laguna Beach, California, who detects prostate cancer early with a precision medicine screening that saves his life. Howard, 49, is a successful real estate developer and lives in a happy marriage with Rosa, a sought-after screenwriter in beautiful Laguna Beach, California. Howard is a bit overweight, but nothing too serious. He loves his daily glass of milk and is proud that he quit smoking just 4 years ago. Since then, he got in much better shape and became even more successful in his high-powered real estate job. Howard hears from a friend about a new screening that takes a much deeper look into his health status. Given his age and that he feels very middle-aged and is a little scared about what might come next, he thinks, well, that's a very good idea. And he learns more about the precision medicine screening. The process includes the following elements. Howard first completes a comprehensive medical intake, providing detailed information about his personal and family medical history, his lifestyle, and other factors that could contribute to his overall health risk profile. He then has a cell-free DNA-based liquid biopsy multi-cancer signal detection test, where a blood sample is taken and analyzed for signs of cancerous mutations in his DNA. His liquid biopsy blood sample is also used to conduct whole exome germline sequencing, which is a clinical grade test that investigates all 20,000 genes to see if he's at elevated risk for any condition across hundreds and hundreds of medical conditions. It also includes a new pharmacogenomics test to identify any genetic incompatibilities and avoid dangerous side effects with hundreds of prescription drugs. Finally, Howard undergoes a full body MRI, which provides high-resolution images of all internal organs and spinal structures, looking for any abnormalities or early signs of disease. Now, before Howard goes into that screening, he has a discussion with his doctor what he thinks about it. He uses his great concierge doc, and the doctor is first hesitant. He knows that precision technologies are highly effective, but he doesn't want to overdiagnose. However, together they came to the conclusion it's better to know more than less, and as long as we don't rush to any conclusions and look at the results thoroughly, there is no real downside risk here. When the results come back, Howard gets concerning news. The liquid biopsy has detected somatic DNA mutations in his blood. The precision medicine doctor explains that mutations on 2 genes were detected and that the 2 genes were called PTEN and FOXA1, both implicated in the evolution of prostate cancer. The MRI results come back unclear, with a potential lesion on the prostate that is too small to allow a clear radiological interpretation. Okay, now that we are getting into high suspense, don't forget you can always ask me questions down below in the comments about Howard's case or any of the technologies mentioned here. I promise you to get back to every comment that makes sense. Okay, let's get back to Howard and his doctor. The doctor recommends doing an additional blood test that measures prostate-specific antigen or PSA. The test comes back negative, but slightly elevated at 3.9 nanogram per milliliter. Still concerned, the precision medicine doctor recommends following up with a second liquid biopsy combined with a PSA test in 6 months. So 6 months later, Howard repeats the tests. The genomic liquid biopsy now shows twice the level of mutation in the blood, and Howard's PSA has risen to 5.1. The doctor is alarmed. These changes look really bad. He orders a targeted prostate MRI to see if the previously tiny lesion has changed in shape. When the MRI comes back, Howard's case becomes clear. The lesion that was barely visible has tripled in size. This is enough evidence for the doctor to order a prostate biopsy, something we normally want to avoid if possible. When the biopsy comes back a week later, Howard has his worst fears confirmed. He has an aggressive form of prostate cancer. Fortunately, the cancer is still in stage 1. Howard is rushed into surgery to undergo a prostatectomy, in which the cancerous parts of his prostate are removed. 1 month later, a follow-up liquid biopsy comes back negative, and Howard is declared cancer-free. He's still in shock, but this time it's a positive one. The precision screening caught his aggressive prostate cancer in the right moment, just before it started to rapidly grow and spread. Without it, his outlook would have been daunting. Howard and his physician decide to use liquid biopsy and PSA screenings every 6 months for the foreseeable future to actively monitor if the cancer comes back. Unfortunately, Howard's case is the exception, not the rule. Prostate cancer is extremely prevalent, with 288,300 new cases each year in the United States and 34,700 deaths. As always, we see the dramatic drop-off in your chances of survival with later detection. At localized stage, 99% of patients survive, the 5-year window and beyond that. At regional stage, it's still 99% survival. But at distant stage, when the cancer has spread, only 32% of patients survive. Howard's case is just another reason to take preventative medicine so seriously. Use the comment section below to ask me any questions about preventive screenings, precision medicine, chronic diseases like cancer, and any new technologies you're interested in, like MRI, medical intelligence system, or genomics. Don't be shy, it's your chance to get a straight answer to your questions. I promise I will respond, just don't troll me. If you have any questions you don't want to share in public, you can reach me at this email here, saveyourlifewithjoe@gmail.com. That is my private email for this channel. Everything stays confidential, of course, and I'm happy to help connect you to more resources, experts, or point you in the right direction, whatever it is. You can visit my personal website, joebhakdi.com, to learn more about free solutions that help you with prevention and preventative care gaps you can close, so you make sure you're always in time for all your screenings. It also helps you to find precision screenings like the one Howard got in your own city. Bringing advanced early detection to everyone is our single best shot to defeating cancer as a deadly disease and push it out of this top 10 deadly disease list. Over the last decade, our society and economy has developed new precision screening technologies for billions and billions of dollars. Now is the time to put them to good use and protect our lives much better than we ever could before. Now, Bill is a 51-year-old technology entrepreneur living in Coconut Grove, Florida. If you want to see how his multi-cancer screening goes and what role liquid biopsy plays in pulling him back from the edge of death, click this video right here. It's a thrilling case. I was very excited to hear about it. See you in the next video. This content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of a board-certified physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. You should not disregard or delay in obtaining medical advice for any medical condition you have or think you have, and you should seek the assistance of a healthcare professional for any such condition. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are my personal views and opinions and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any company I'm involved in.